cancer month, I guess. And he booms it away. It's going to be fielded at about the 20, 25-yard line, going up the right side.
Fumble on the play.
Play.
That was Tevin Gartrell on the return, but it looks like Lincoln County recovered. I think Lincoln County fell back on it. They're trying to dig through the pile to see.
And Washington jumping up like they've recovered it.
They have it.
And they recovered it on about the 31. So instead of Lincoln County starting a possession with some offense, it's going to be the Tigers. That's not
that must have been taken. It must have been. Oh, no, they're giving it back to Lincoln County. Yeah, I was going to say, I saw clearly a Lincoln County player fall on the ball, and if it was taken while they were already had possession on the ground, which does happen from time to time. It's hard for a ref to make that, to overturn that call. I'm sure the Washington coach is mad about that because apparently Washington came out with it, but I agree with the call on the field that Lincoln County did fall on it.
That could have been a huge turning point in this game.
Could have been.
We just got to capitalize on not losing the ball.
Absolutely. So Lincoln County comes out on offense. Again, you want to keep up with who's in the backfield, who's going to receive it. Looks like our quarterback, number 6, Keenan Lampkin, there to receive in the shotgun. Takes snap, flag on the play on the first play, Doug, and this has been a problem for weeks now. Last week was a killer with flags. It was an absolute disaster on both sides of the ball, and so I don't think that's you. Doug's worried there. It keeps being a.
I'm going to put my key in my bag.
Yeah, Doug's worried over here that it keeps happening, that there's a panic alarm going off, and Doug wants to make sure it's not him. If it doesn't turn off soon, I'll check it in just a minute for you, Doug.
What do you do to turn it off here?
Here we go, Lincoln County. This time then the shotgun, 2 wideouts to the left, 2 wideouts to the right, and they're going to throw another flag on the play. Washington jumped, but they're saying that they were drawn off sides by Lincoln County, moving early. Let's see what the call is, Doug. I'll step out real quick. Right. You call.
Not me. Okay.
So another flag on Lincoln County. That's 2 penalties in a row on offense coming off of a kickoff opening the game. You just can't have that, man. No. That's just a killer. I mean, these are times of the game where you should know what you're doing. Most of the time you got that first offensive possession already mapped out. So now Lincoln County in the shotgun, 2 setbacks to his left, 2 wideouts to his left. Man goes in motion from right to left. He takes the handoff. It's Tevin Gartrell, and he's going to pick up about 7 yards on the play. So that's always good to see. It's always good to get the ball back into the guy who fumbled, get his confidence back up. Tevin fumbled on that opening kickoff, and there they do, give him the first handoff of the game. They're going to give him 6 on the play. It's going to be 2nd down and 14 to go. So here we go. Again, just got to kind of watch who's in that backfield. Looks like Colton Willis standing in the backfield is
Tigers
got another flag on the play. I think they're going to say Washington Wilkes jumped that time. Let's see what it is. It looked to me like he made a motion for false start. So let's see if that's what it is. That would just be a kill. Up, nope, Lincoln County pointing that way, so it does look like it's going to be offsides against Washington Wilkes. And so that's going to give them 5 back, so that's going to make it 2nd and 9 instead of 2nd and 14.
And it's the one guy that should never jump off sides. He was in the guard center gap.
Yeah.
And he jumps.
So again, we got Keenan Lampkin in the shotgun. Colton Willis line up to his left. Colby set underneath him. 3 wideouts to the left this time. Kind of a stack formation a little bit. Miles upright as a tight end, takes the snap. He's going to pitch it out to Colton, and he's hit immediately in the backfield trying to get around the left side of that line. That was a very aggressive tackle there by Washington Wilkes. It looks like he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It's going to make it 3rd down, 9 to go, and this is the down and distance Lincoln County does not need to be in often. We are not a 3rd and long offense. We need to be about 4 yards and under.
But if Washington stays in that defense, just a quick across the middle. They're putting 9 in the box.
They are.
Just a little quick down and out or across the middle would open up a big thing.
They have 6 on the line of scrimmage, Washington Wilkes does on defense. Quarterback in the shotgun, man goes into motion.
Right
he's
there.
going to
That
fake
ought to
it.
do it.
He's going to do a quick
Yeah, right
pass
there.
out.
Yep.
And he's going down the sideline, down to the 30, the 20, the 10. Down at the 1 yard line. They're going to call him out at the 1 yard line. And who was it, Doug? Darian Elder, the same guy that I predicted at the beginning of the game. I called it. I said Darian Elder is going to have something. It's going to make it first down and goal from the 1 yard line. It was a quick screen out to the left, and Darian Elder got by the first man that was guarding him, and there was nobody left because, as Doug said, man, they're putting everybody in the box. And so it's gonna be a punch-in opportunity for this offense. Quarterback in the shotgun, takes the snap. It's gonna be snapped to Colby, and Colby's gonna go in easily. Touchdown, Lincoln County.
All right. It was there. I saw it two plays before that. They had the extra coverage to the wide side of the field, only one man on this side, and all they had to do was just either get something out to open it up. And he got him and drug him down right on 1 yard.
Man, it looked like he was going to beat everybody, but that guy really hustled to get down there because there was nobody on that side of the field. That guy had to come across the field to make the tackle.
And he didn't realize the guy was there. He could have took the ball and reached it out, and it would have went over the goal line, and he would have got credit for the touchdown.
All right. So that was about a 65-yard pass play or so. I don't even remember what yard line it was on.
It was about the 40.
Was it about the 40?
So it was about a 60. Yeah.
Nice run after the catch that time for Darian Elder, who I called before the game and said he was going to do something. So hopefully he's going to do more than just that. So here we go. Lincoln County lines up for the point after. Snap, hold is good, kick is up, and the kick is good. Took them forever to call the good kick.
Lincoln County goes up on their first possession, a rock, but he got credit for 60-yard pass reception. Lincoln County kicks off. It's going to be a long, going to bounce, going to be fielded about the 5, and the guy tries to turn the corner and falls down. Looks like about the 10, 11-yard line.
Well, you got to give the credit that time, Doug, to J.T. Bundrick, who kicked it. They only have one return man in the middle, so he put it in the corner, and he kicked it short of the end zone. So even if he had fielded it and been able to turn upfield, Lincoln County was there to take him down. My dad says he was down, so he must be watching the television and been able to see that he was down. So, yeah, that was a good kick by John Thomas Bundrick, who, as Timmy said before the game, we would have to give most improved to this season, as he's just getting better and better at kicking every game.
So Washington will start their first possession deep, about their 10-yard line, the end of shotgun. Got a man in motion, left or right. Quarterback's going to take it, hand to his setback, going straight up the middle, and we're going to swarm around him. And he may lose a yard or two.
Yeah, they're not gonna give him anything. Looks like they're gonna leave him right at the maybe move him back half a yard.
Yep.
You might be right. So we'll call it 2nd and 10.5.
Washington getting their play together, breaking huddle. Wide to the right. Looks like they got 2 wide, or is it 3 to the left side? 2 or 3, I can't.
It's 2 and 1 setback right beside the quarterback.
Motion left to right. Quarterback's going to air it out, throws downfield. He's got a reception.
Perfect.
We
throw.
grab him, they drag us.
Man, perfect throw.
He goes down at about the 32, 33-yard line.
He put that ball on the money. The running back, the wideout just doing a wheel route right up the sideline there, and he just put it right in stride. He couldn't have laid it in there any better. And protection really good that time for Washington's offensive line. Gave the quarterback enough time to let that play set up.
So Washington picks up the big first down. Motion again, left to right. Quarterback hands to the motion man, comes around, tries to turn it. He gets knocked down, and a fumble is going to be scooped up by number 1.
That was a big hit.
That was a huge. But who did the hit?
I could not tell.
Benton on the replay.
It looked to me like a linebacker that came over. I mean, that was a hit.
He got hit, and that ball exploded from the ball carrier.
Yeah. If you didn't get to see that one on television, you missed a beauty of a hit. I mean, he blew him up.
Number 4.
Colby Ferguson recovered the fumble.
Number 4 on the hit.
So that's Antavius Brown. Good hit, Antavius Brown.
So Lincoln County will take over on the fumble recovery.
And they're going to keep it right here. So here we go. Lincoln County in the shotgun. Colton Willis is set down beside the shotgun, and he's going to snap it straight to Colton. He's got a big hole, and he busts through the hole all the way for a touchdown. So that's going to be about a 22, 23-yard touchdown. They're going to say the ball was on the 24. 24-yard touchdown for Lincoln County. Colton Willis went through the left side of that line, kind of went through the gap between the guard and the tackle, and nobody touched him, as it didn't seem.
I think they were thinking Colby was going to get it, and they gave it to him, and he just followed all of his block, and he just had a wide open hole. So just that quick, 9 minutes to go in the first quarter. Lincoln County has scored 2 touchdowns and 2 extra points. Lincoln County is up 14-0 over the Washington Wilkes County. And welcome back. Lincoln County is on top, 14-0. 9 minutes still to go in first quarter. And this will be our third kickoff. Bundrick kicks a high, flipping end over end to Pink Sox. Fields it at about the 14, going up the left side. Is going to get it out. Across the 30, about the 31, 32 is where Washington will start this possession. And let's see what they do from here.
So Lincoln County got a lot of momentum going right now,
yes.
Doug. Fans, players, a lot of excitement over here. If you're just joining us, you missed. Lincoln County hit a long pass play on the first drive, then recovered a fumble by Washington on their first drive.
Washington, 2 wide outs to the right side, got a motion man left to right. He sets up an H-back spot. Quarterback's going to do a little option, tosses it. Ball carrier bobbles it, picks it up. We hit him, knock him down for a couple-yard loss. It's not going in the right direction for the Tigers right now.
That was Colton Willis on the big hit, and Antavius Brown there to make the play. Yeah, everything going wrong for Washington right now. You know they're mentally kind of out of it right now, but after all that's going wrong from the opening kickoff.
It's going to bring up, where's the down marker?
It's going to be second and about 15.
Second 15. Tigers got 2 wide to the left, set back with a quarterback in the shotgun. Motion left to right. Quarterback fakes to the motion man, drops back to pass, throws downfield. We intercept it. And we're going to get brought down at about the 40. Who's on the interception? Number 3.
Number 3, Kayvon Franklin. Kayvon Franklin. It wasn't a terrible throw. It was a nice read on the ball by Kayvon Franklin. The receiver was there, got one hand on it. Great job keeping his focus on the ball as Kayvon Franklin intercepts it. Basically a long punt, but it was only second down. So Lincoln County gets the ball back again in the first quarter, this time on the 40-yard line.
I think our boys showed up to play tonight.
Yeah, they're a little excited tonight.
Well, you throw in the Washington Wilkes game plus you're on TV. that just added extra spunk to them.
Again, it was a good throw by the quarterback with a great play by Kayvon. So Lincoln County in the shotgun. They're going to snap it direct to Colby Ferguson this time, and he's going to run right up the middle behind that big offensive line. He's going to pick up about 5 yards on the play. It's going to make it 2nd and 5.
They were playing run all the way. They had 9 within 2 yards of the line of scrimmage.
So 2nd and 5 for Lincoln County as this is their 3rd possession on offense. And so far it has been smooth sailing. Maybe a little too easy, Doug, as they say in movies. This is a little too easy.
Oh, man, we got 2-on-1 coverage out here on the left
Yeah,
side.
you have quarterback in the shotgun, 2 wideouts to the left. They only have 1 defensive back, and they're going to hand it off up the middle, and he's going to pick up about 3 on the play.
He's going to be about
It's
2
going to be Colton
yards
Willis
shy.
on the carry going over the left side of that line.
3.
Yeah, he's just going to make up 3rd and a long 3, maybe
Yep.
closer to 4. The ball's down at the 48-yard line. They have to get to the to the 49.
Still got 2-on-1 coverage over here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know
Flip out to you set.
Yeah, it's
And he's gone.
It's easy. I mean, there's literally 1 defensive back on the left side of the field to our 2 receivers. Everybody else is ready. They're getting a play from the sideline. Quarterback in the shotgun. Same play we hit that 60-yarder on would work, but they're going to snap it direct to Colby. And they're grabbing him in the backfield, but Colby's pulling, and he's going to I think he's going to get a first down, depending on the spot. I think they gave him about a half a yard extra for what he needed, and it's going to be a first down. But again, I'm like you, Doug, man, I don't know.
That's touchdown if they flip it out.
It's easy.
There.
It's an easy play.
Just take the man on the line, shoot him back inside, then the setback over there, slot back, he's wide open to the races.
Yep. So it's going to be a first down. Lincoln County ball is going to be at the Lincoln County 48-yard line. Again, Washington Wilkes had him wrapped up, but Colby's just too strong. You can't. He's going to get yards after contact. That's the thing about Colby. The first man is not going to bring him down. So quarterback in the shotgun, set back to his left. You got 1 wide out to the right. Looking over at the sideline, taking their time, letting the clock run down. Snap, and it's going to go directly to Colton Willis, and it's going to be a misdirection play, and it's going to be Tevin Gartrell, and he's going to be hit big on the 45-yard line, but he's going to pick up 4 yards. Kind of a trick play. I don't know that you would call it a real trick play, but in our offense, that's a trick play. They handed it, it was a direct snap to Colton. We had Tevin Gartrell come back across, and he handed off to him almost like a reverse, but not a reverse because Colton was the direct snap. So that's going to bring 2nd and 6, we'll say, 6.5, maybe a long 6.
Ball on the 45.
Quarterback in the shotgun, set back to his left. It's going to go directly to Colby Ferguson, and he's hit immediately, and he's going to fall forward for about 2 yards. Try to go down the right side of that line.
3rd and the long 3.
Yeah, 3rd and 3.5 probably. Ball down on the 42-yard line, 42.5. Again, clock is moving, 5 minutes and 39 seconds. 3rd down for Lincoln County. Maybe in a position right now. Lincoln County is going to burn a timeout. Lincoln County has an important down here on the 42-yard line, 3rd and about 4. They pause, look over at the sideline, quarterback in the shotgun. We got 1 wide out, just split to the left about 2 or 3 yards. Snap goes directly to Colby Ferguson, and he's going to slip down immediately. And it looks like it's going to be maybe to the line of scrimmage, maybe a loss of a half a yard. So it's going to be 4th down and about 4.5 still. And JT Bundrick comes out to punt the ball.
I would go for it.
Yeah, I'm thinking this is a good down and distance and place on the field, especially up 14-0. You got all the momentum.
Yep.
And maybe it's going to be a fake punt. We shall see. But JT lined up at about the 44-yard line. Snap is good. Kick is good. And it's going to be taken at about the 10. And he's trying to run east and west, and he's not going to get anywhere. And he's going to be brought down at the 10-yard line. Maybe, yeah, it looks like the line judge is going to give him the 10. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for Washington Wilkes at the 10-yard line. So Lincoln County comes out on defense. If you're just joining us, Washington Wilkes not having a good day on offense so far. Quarterbacks look good on a few throws, but Lincoln County's defense just been all over it. First possession, Washington Wilkes fumbles the ball, Second possession, they throw an interception deep down the middle of the field. So here they are with their third possession. Washington Wilkes in the shotgun. They're going to shift 2 players. Take the snap, hand it off to the right side, and he's fighting. And that was a good, tough run, about 5 yards on the carry, maybe 4. It's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
4:30 to go in the first quarter. Lincoln County is still up 14-0. Washington Wilkes with the ball. Was it 2nd and about 7?
Yeah, probably about 7 yards. They have 6 on the scoreboard, but it looks closer to 7 to me.
And the ball just shy of the 15-yard line, or right on the 15. Washington comes out. They got wide out either side. One setback with the quarterback. Quarterback got motion left to right. Hands to his motion man. Got the corner turn. Breaks one to lose one of us. We got his jersey trying to pull him down, and he's still pulling and gets it across the 40 to about the 42 and a first down. We had a couple.
Darian Elder riding him like a bull. I mean, he was. And if he hadn't held on, Doug, that would have been a touchdown. So great effort by number 8, Darian Elder, because he was not stopping those legs churning.
He had that. The runner had some speed when he came around the corner and cut it upfield. Washington's got 2 wides to the left side. Quarterback back in the gun. He's got a setback with him. That speedster with the pink socks on there. They're going to do a offset to the left side. Toss sweep going to the left side. Turning the corner. He's got the first down and more. He's still going across the 40 to 35 to 30 and out of bounds inside the 30.
And let me tell you what happened on that play, Doug. I don't know if you saw it, but number 12, Colton Willis. Is that number 12 or is that number 13? Kayvon? Nope, that's Colton, number 12. Got his helmet knocked off, was there in the backfield to make the play, but it's a penalty if he continues playing without his helmet. So he had to back off. He threw his hands up. It would have been a tackle for loss, but because the blocker knocked his helmet off, it was a great block by the blocker. You got to give it to the blocker, but it would have been a tackle for loss had Colton not had his helmet come off. So big run by, and they throw a penalty against Washington Wilkes. I guess it was after the play. It's going to move the ball back to the 39-yard line, but they are in Lincoln County territory. So again, 3 minutes and 16 seconds left. Lincoln County up 14-0. A lot of momentum to start this game, but Washington has a drive going right here. So Washington Wilkes in the shotgun.
Going offsets to the right side. Quarterback fakes a handoff, drops back, throws that pink sock guy on a little flat pass coming back across the middle. And I don't think he picked up anything.
I think it's going to be a loss of one. He came a little too far back when he cut back in. Made him lose about a half a yard on the play.
Let him make it at second. We'll just call it a long 10. And we're still in first quarter.
Still in the first quarter.
A long quarter.
And the heat is still here. The sun is down.
Half of our games this season, but by 8 o'clock, we were already halfway through second quarter.
Yeah.
Washington got 3 receivers on the right side, set back with the quarterback, and the whistle blows just before the snap.
I think it's going to be a timeout.
Timeout, Washington Wilkes. All right, bring it back out of this one. All right, Washington Wilkes, second down, second and a long 10. They flooded the left side, quarterback rolling out left, throws underneath. He's got a reception. The man gets bumped and knocked out of bounds. How much did he pick up? Let's see.
It looks like you're going to give him about 4, 5.
About 5.
Yeah, but those are the kind of pass plays that can work against our defense, Doug, and that's what I was saying pregame. If you do quick passes like that, it's basically it's a run play is what it is. It's an extension of your run game. Exactly. But those may have a little bit of success against our defense tonight.
3rd and 5 for Washington Wilkes. The ball on about the 34, 35-yard line. Two wides to the right side. Double shift from left to right. Unbalanced line to the right side. Quarterback's going to be toss sweep to the right side. Tries to cut it up. Goes back against the grain. Breaks the tackle. He's got a lane to the outside, and he's going to get wrestled down out of bounds. Can't tell where he's
put him down to about the 18-yard line. And that was all the running back, Doug. I mean, he had defenders in front of him that he just shifted back and cut and weaved and got his way back to the other side of the field.
He was wanting to go right, but saw nothing was there, and he just angled it back and picked up a lot of positive yards.
I think he broke a tackle against Miles Parks, I believe it was, had him wrapped up.
So to make it 1st and 10 for the Tigers down on our 18-yard line. They got a wide out, way wide to the right. Somebody's out there on him. Is there another timeout?
Great play by our defensive player, Kayvon Franklin, and here we are, 14-0. But again, Washington clawing back into this game.
Two big, costly turnovers.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that was a short timeout. Minute 43 to go in the first quarter. Lincoln County is up 14-0. Tigers have the ball, too wide to the right side. Quarterback in the gun. He goes left, rolls back around right, throws across, incomplete. Bring up 2nd and 10 with the ball on the 18. He just kind of did a little reverse spin around like he was wanting to go left. Couldn't tell if that was by design or he just realized something wasn't there. And
I think it was by design. Number 59, Tyson Zellers, pressuring him that time, put him on the ground after the throw. Good job in getting in that backfield that time. And here's what we know about Washington, Doug. They were down 13-0 against Warren County last week or 2 weeks ago. So they know what it is to be down a couple touchdowns and come back and win. So I know they're not out of it in their own mind.
They have comeback ability. Wides all to the left side. Quarterback hands to Pink Sox again. Bumps around like a pinball. He's going to pick up some yards, but how much is he going to pick up to bring up a 3rd down play?
Pink Sox. Looks like they're going to give him 3 yards on the carry.
3 on the Pink. Is it hot out there, Timmy? Timmy says outside the press box ain't too bad. All right, third and 7. Ball on about the 16 for the Tigers. They bunched up, getting the play. Clock's down to under a minute in the first quarter.
Finally.
Yeah. Quarterback hands to a setback, tries to go middle, then slides out to the left side. It's going to pick up a few yards. You got to figure they're in 4-down territory unless they've got a field goal kicker that can put it in from there.
Especially with their quarterback. I mean, this is and again, Lincoln County hits him in the backfield but can't bring him down, and he ends up driving forward for about 1.5 yards. So the running back doing everything on that one again. It's going to bring up 4th down and about 6.
He must not picked anything up on that play. Big 4th down play on either side of the ball. Quarterback hands to a setback, tries to go in the middle. Second effort's going to get him some extra yards, but
He's not going to get it.
You think it's going to be enough, so it looks like they're going to turn the ball over on downs.
I don't like that play call by Washington Wilkes.
No.
I mean, it's not for me to like. I'm not with them, but
they haven't been getting they hadn't been getting 7 yards up the middle.
No.
And that's what you need. So do your sweep and increase your odds.
Yeah, that was a passing down for Washington.
Are you doing the Braves chop, or are you saying they need to do their number one thing?
Well,
pass?
Timmy told us they were pass first tonight. They've been run first. They have passed the ball, but it has not been.
I thought he was doing the Braves chop.
Yeah. Here we go. Lincoln County comes out on offense. 1st and 10 from about the 11-yard line. Quarterback, well, they're going to snap it directly to, is that Colton Willis? Comes in on the left side of that line. It's going to be a 1st down run. He's going to get all the way up to the 22-yard line. Yep, Colton Willis.
Ends the first quarter. Lincoln County up 14-0. They'll be switching sides of the field. And while they do that, we're going to go hear from a couple more sponsors, and we'll be back for second quarter action on the Lincoln County Broadcast Network.
Start the second quarter. Lincoln County up 14-0. See, that's why Dad didn't come tonight. He knew it was a TV game and he was going to have to get home later. And he said, this is a perfect night not to come. So here we go.
We should have just went to his house and called it from there.
Yeah, exactly. So Lincoln County takes it on offense in the shotgun, running back to his left. He snaps directly to the running back. I think that was Colby Ferguson. And he falls forward for about 1.5 yards. I tell you what they're doing a good job of today. They're doing a good job of stopping Colby so far. Colton Willis is getting some yards, but Colby, he's definitely, you can tell, he's the one they're keying on every play. And I think we've all said all season, if you can stop Colby, you can kind of stop this offense. He is the workhorse for us. But Colton Willis doing a good job of carrying that load tonight. So 2nd down, 9 to go.
And that's why they were, at least anyway, putting somebody in every gap so that Colby couldn't get that 3rd step to get his full stride going.
Yeah. So quarterback in the hot shotgun. He's going to run it. And, he breaks a tackle. He's running up the left side. The right side. And he's going to get all the way up to the 37-yard line. That time, Keenan Lampkin, the actual quarterback, who doesn't get the ball snapped to him very often, runs the ball on the right side of that line, and he fights hard, and he's nice pickup that time. Looks like he's going to pick up about 12, 13 yards. 13 yards, I think, is what they give him on the play. So here we go. 1st and 10, ball on the 36-yard line. Quarterback takes it right up the middle, and he cuts it back to the outside as Colton Willis flag on the play in the position of holding, most likely. And, it's going to come back. And so Colton Willis with a nice run that time. He gets stopped up the middle, and he cut it to the outside and picked up about 13 yards on the carry, but the flag, they're putting it down at the 44-yard line, so that's going to take it back to the 34-yard line. It's going to make it 1st down, 12 to go now.
But that was a good run, but Holden brings it back.
So here we go, 1st and 12. Actually, I'm going to say 13. Keenan Lampkin, they do a snap count every time, and then they stop and look over and change the play. So he goes back in the shotgun, quarterback. It's going to snap directly to Colby Ferguson, and he's going to pick up those 3 yards back to the original line of scrimmage, running on the right side of the line that time. And he's going to pick up 3. It's going to make it 2nd down and 10. Again, definitely the first time this season Colby has not been the leading rusher in the first half. So far it's been Colton Willis getting the majority of these yards, and even Keenan Lampkin with a nice run a moment ago. So they're going to call a timeout. Lincoln County calls a timeout. Throws the interception. And then Washington drove down the field on their 3rd possession, and no points. So Lincoln County with the ball, 2nd and 10 on the 43-yard line. Quarterback in the shotgun. And they're going to snap it to Keenan. And he's got a big hole on the right side of that line. He stiffs arms one man. It looks like a late hit to me, and it is. It's a late hit. They're going to add 15. Keenan took it all the way to the 45-yard line, and they're going to move the ball down to the 30 on a late hit. Keenan's holes are wide open tonight. We haven't used this run game very often with him this season, so Washington's getting caught off guard with that, and Keenan's got a couple of big runs.
Well, it looks like their game plan was to stop Colby, but in the process of doing that, we got 2 or 3 other guys that can step up and get us some big yards as well.
Absolutely. Big stiff arm by Keenan on that play. Threw a guy to the ground that was coming in for the tackle. So Lincoln County now 1st and 10 on the 30. We're driving the ball back down the field again. I think 14-0. Washington thinks they're in it, but 21-0. That's a big hole to get out of. So direct snap to Colby Ferguson. This time goes again right up the middle. He's going to pick up his 3 yards that he's been getting all night long. And somebody's on the ground for Lincoln County.
Getting a real slow, like number 6. Is it 6 or 8?
I think that's number 6. I think that's our quarterback, Keenan Lampkin. It is.
20 seconds.
And
Don't hurry.
he is on the sideline, kneeling down, definitely in some pain. So now Colton Willis comes in at quarterback. Colby Ferguson lined up to his left. Number 2, Tyrese Colors, has moved into that H-back position. Tevin Gartrell out there, and then Darren Elder on the wideout. It's going to be a direct snap to Colby. He puts his head down and drives forward. I think he's going to get down to about the 21-yard line, maybe 22. It's going to make it 3rd down and 3, maybe a long 2. So Lincoln County, this is the down and distance we like. Again, Keenan Lampkin still on the sideline trying to walk off an injury right now. So Colton Willis, Colby Ferguson, Tyrese Colors, Tevin Gartrell out there. It's going to be a direct snap to Colton Willis, and he breaks it to the outside, and he's going to get the first down. Looks like he's going to be down at about the 15-yard line. Ran out across the right side. Washington been doing a pretty good job of holding the run game to big gains, but we are chipping away at them right now.
And we're at 8:22 to go to the half. Lincoln County still up 14-0. We're driving the ball. Hopefully we'll get another score on the board.
So Colton Willis playing quarterback now. It's going to be direct snap to Colby Ferguson. He busts through the line. He's fighting. He's going to get a first down. Ball going to be down. It's hard to see from where we're sitting. We have a little bitty window. I think the ball's down at about it's probably about the 4-yard line, 5-yard. I think they're going to say right on the 5. So 1st and goal from the 5-yard line for Lincoln County. Keenan Lampkin back in the ball game now. Colton Willis to his left, lined up at the running back position. Tyrese Colors, Tevin Gartrell, quarterback is going to snap it straight to Colton Willis. He's pushing, and he's going to be out of bounds. Oh, they're going to give him a touchdown. Touchdown, Colton Willis. He got just across the corner of the pylon, I guess. So that makes it 20-0. 7:35 left to go in the first half. So let's see how much Washington Wilkes wants to fight tonight to get out of this. See if they can keep their heads up. JT Bundrick comes out for the point after. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is up, and it looks good. It's going to be 21-0.
7:35 to go to the half. Lincoln County goes up 21-0. And I'm looking down on the field, and I saw our counterpart, co-host Leighton Taylor down there. He's walking the sidelines with his deputy uniform on, just for added security here at the game. He's on the field, and he's got a, what do you don't call it a do-rag, I'm going to call it a sweat rag. He's keeping the sweat out, and also using it for a fan. I don't know about on the field, but it is still, I'm still sitting in a sauna up here.
Absolutely. Come play football. She threw that thing over the stands.
All right, Bundrick putting the ball down, teeing it up to get ready to kick off. Benton says that was 7 plays, 69-yard drive. Mr. I'll sit on the couch and keep stats, Belangio. Good high kick, gonna bounce down. And the guy tries to get it, can't pick it up. Is it still loose?
It was still loose, and Washington Wilkes finally snatches it back. We had 3 players down there that they're one. And that was just, I'll tell you, man, that's another really good kick because he puts it where nobody is. and they're having to play them off bounces, and we all know you don't know how football is going to bounce.
You don't. He's dropping it right in front of the deep guy, and they, like John said, they're having to play it off the bounce, and he misjudged the bounce and had to fall back to try to get it, and he recovered it, but he wasn't able to return it.
Ball down at the 12-yard line.
All right, Washington Wilkes with the ball, getting ready to go with it. 1st and 10 from the 12. And they down in that corner is harder to see out of. All right, officials, let's get rolling here. Here we go. Washington in the shotgun, one setback with the quarterback. He's dropping back to pass, throws out in the right flat. He's got one-on-one coverage, got a reception, and we wrestle him out of bounds. Can't tell just yet how much he picked up out of it. They're going to say he got a 1st down.
He's throwing those sideline throws, man. He's got a strong arm. That's a long throw, and he is throwing them on a rope. Definitely the best quarterback we've played this year, and we've played a couple of decent ones.
It's like I said, that's the kind of passes they can have success on. They're not going to have it on the deep downfield stuff. So they pick up a 1st down, 1st and 10 for the Tigers on the 26. Puts man in motion right to left. Hands off to the motion man trying to come around the left side. Turns the corner, and we're going to bring him down. Can't tell just yet how much he picked up. He did a lot of running to gain very little yardage.
And I'm going to tell you, it looked to me like a hold on Keenan Lampkin to me. On the outside, they looked like they was holding him pretty good, and that's what gave him the yards he got.
And you figure where he started from when he went in motion to where he got brought down from. He probably ran about 35, 40 yards to gain 2. Wide out way to the right side for Washington. 2 wides to the left, 1 setback, quarterback takes, dropping back, throws back out to that right side again just like he did before. Did he trap it?
There's no way he caught it, but, I mean, we don't have replay. There's absolutely no way, based on the way the trajectory of that ball came in. Dad can text me and tell me if I'm wrong here, but I don't see how in the world it's even possible to catch that ball. He would have.
Now, to the official's credit that was over there, he couldn't tell, so he pointed to the other
one. Of him.
You know, give me your judgment. I can't tell you if he, but they're saying he caught it clean. 3rd down, 3rd and about 3. No replay of what we just got texted, so he must have not got it clean. Tigers are looking back to throwing the same pass, but to this side, this time it hits the man. Had it in his hands, but it hit his thigh pad and bounced loose. Incomplete pass, going to bring up 4th down. This late into the half, they're going to punt it this deep. So we'll get the ball back. Got a shot at getting it back and possibly getting some more points on the board.
Yep, 5.5 minutes. But I tell you, Lincoln County needs to make sure Washington doesn't get it back and score, because they get the ball to start the 2nd half. And if they score those 2 possessions, that'd be a 21-14 game. So we need to score on this possession. This is huge. Kicked it over his head, out of bounds.
Out of bounds, bounces out of bounds around about the 30. Well, actually, they're going to say time he comes up the line, it's going to be closer to about the 37. So that's where we'll start this possession with 5:22 to go to the half. Lincoln County's up 21-0. But if you recall, just a few minutes ago, I think after the 1st quarter, as far as offensive play, it was 124 yards for us and 117 for them. But the scoreboard, but we put together that 69-yard drive to change all those numbers.
So Lincoln County back out on offense, have the ball on the 37-yard line. 1st and 10, up 21-0. 5 minutes and 22 seconds left to go in the ball game.
To the half.
They hand it off, and they're going to do that misdirection again. They're going to snap it direct to Colby and hand it off to Tevin, coming back across him, going back up the middle, and he's not going to get much, maybe a yard on the play. Tevin Gartrell gets up limping. He's back down. He's trying to limp off the field. That's an injury you don't want to see because
Yeah.
he's that change of pace back for us. So here we go. What'd they do? They call a penalty against Washington? They're going to call it first down, so it must have been. I didn't see the penalty. I didn't see the
either.
flag. I don't even see the flag.
It's 1st and 5. Something went on that we never saw.
Yep, so here we go. Ball now on the 42-yard line. Takes a snap directly to Colby Ferguson, and he is hit hard by 2 Washington Wilkes players as he comes over the right side of that line. He's going to get the ball up to the 45, so it's going to be 2nd and 2.5, 3 yards. Colby coming off the field now. See, now Tyson Zellers is down. Man, these are some tough players to be down. Tyson's sitting there almost looking like it might even be a cramp.
Big says the penalty was an incidental face mask penalty.
Okay. I didn't know they differentiated in high school. I thought a face mask in high school was a 15-yarder no matter what. You know, they even did away with the incidental stuff in college. They don't even do that in college anymore.
I think when it's on TV, they expand it.
Yeah, maybe. So, kind of got a little bit of a timeout going here. Kind of.
Was it injury timeout or was it a full
Yeah,
play?
I think they called it an injury timeout for Tyson. Was it Javon or was it Tyson? Might have been Javon. Number 79 is who I think it was now. Yeah, he's sitting out on the sideline, so it was Javon Wynn. So 2nd down, 3. Quarterback in the shotgun. He's going to snap it directly to Colton Willis, and he's going to do what he's done all night, and that is break it to the outside. I don't know if he's running the hole he was supposed to run in all night. He's been taking the snap, and he looks down at his hole, and he gets there, and there's nothing there, so he breaks it to the outside. So 1st and 10, ball on the 49-yard line of Lincoln County. Of Washington Wilkes. So they did cross midfield. So again, Lincoln County always takes their time with these snaps. Direct snap to Colby this time. He's being patient. He tries to get around the outside. Nothing much doing. He's going to pick up 2 on the play. He's going to make it 2nd down, 8 to go. They're going to give him 3.
Give him 3. He leaned forward as he was going down, so that got him that extra yard.
Now move back here. Trying to get some good views. There aren't many of those from this press box. So 2nd down, 7 to go. Ball on the 46.5-yard line of Washington Wilkes. We are in Washington territory. Clock moving at 3 minutes and 30 seconds. So Colton Willis breaks out, and it's going to be right up the middle for Keenan Lampkin. He's fighting hard. Yeah, he's going to be about 1.5 yards short. He runs right up the middle. And I'm telling you, they had a touchdown if they throw it to Colton Willis out there. I mean, there's nobody out there. He breaks to the outside, kind of goes out in motion to the left. They don't have a defensive back in sight.
No, nobody picked up on it. He was going in motion away from anything.
Nobody even saw it. So it's going to be 3rd down and about 1.5 yards. The big 3rd down play here for Lincoln County. I would imagine they'd probably go for it anyway on 4th. It's probably going to be a direct snap to Colton, and it is. That time he runs right behind his line. He's going to pick up about 4 yards. 1st down, Lincoln County at the 36-yard line.
2:45 to go to the half. Lincoln County still up 21-0.
Lincoln County putting together a drive here to start the end of the half, which is exactly what they wanted to do. So Colton Willis at quarterback this time. Colby Ferguson lined up to his left. It's direct snap to Colby. And Colby very patient running that time, but he fumbles the ball. He fumbles the ball, and Lincoln County just falls on it. He picks up it would have been about a 9-yard gain, but when he fumbled, the ball got kicked backwards about a yard. So maybe 2 yards, so it's going to be 2nd and 3.
But that time, Kobe kind of let his blocking
Yeah.
go on downfield, and he saw that there was a lane to cut back against the grain, and he did it, and that got him that extra yardage.
Yeah, he very patient that time. They said Tevin Gartrell getting his ankle looked at. I see Miles Parks down there getting looked at. Quarterback takes the snap. He's going to run on the right side, and they're going to stand Colby up. It's going to be close to a first down. A couple helmets come flying off for Washington. And
The clock just ran 8 seconds, 9, 10.
let's see. They're going to say first down, and
They just ran 12 seconds on the clock.
that's going to stop the clock at 1 minute and 21 seconds.
But it should have stopped 12 seconds ago with the first down, and it didn't.
So here we go, 1st and 10. Ball on about the 23-yard line, maybe the 24.
Come on, folks. We ain't got all day to.
Yeah, we ain't worried about those 12 seconds that ran off if we're going to stand here and do this. They're taking a long time. Direct snap to Colton Willis this time. He goes across the right side. He's fighting, and he's going to get pushed out of bounds.
He's not out, Coach. He's not out. Let's go. He's not out.
And they're going to say they're going to burn a timeout because they're giving him forward progress and then saying he got pushed out, so they didn't stop the clock. 51 seconds. That's still a little early to me to take a timeout. But they're going to take a timeout as we end this first half. So Lincoln County comes out of their timeout. It's
And,
going to be
hopefully we call at least two plays.
that was our last timeout, I believe.
Yes.
So Keenan Lampkin at quarterback takes the snap. He's going to go back to throw it. He's got a man wide open, and he underthrows him and almost intercepted down at the 1-yard line, but was not a catch by the Washington Wilkes player.
So that stops the clock.
He threw it a little flat. All he had to do was put a little air under it. He had a guy wide open. Again, nobody's guarding our men down, our wideouts, which, if you've watched our offense much, and that's the key to stopping us, is keying on that run game. So it's going to make it 3rd down and about 6 to go. Quarterback takes the snap. He goes back to pass again. He's got all day to throw the ball, and he throws a duck, and it is, they're going to say he's out of bounds. I don't know about that. I'm going to have to get Dad. They're going to say he was out of bounds, but it looked like he caught it with 1 foot inbounds on the interception. But Lincoln County catches a break there, which, again, maybe I'm so far away from it. You can't see the chalk line on the backside, so it's hard to see. But Washington Wilkes keeps Lincoln County out of the end zone. They have 35 seconds left, 21-0. 35 seconds left to go in the first half. They're going to line up for a field goal. So what's this field goal going to be? It's going to be 36-yarder.
36.
So John Thomas Bundrick kicks it up, and it is I can't see what he's saying. He's saying no good. It looked good from here.
Look good here.
It looked really good. Great kick. But they're saying no good. Dad on the replay says he was in bounds on the line. Well, if he's on the line, he's out of bounds. So I'm not sure. His toe can't touch that chalk. So I'm not sure if that means he was out of bounds or in bounds. But he looked like it was a great play by the defense. And they're going to say no good on the.
It could have been wide.
Well, it was definitely long enough. It looked like a really good kick from here. But I like the attempt
Yes.
because you got a chance. So Washington comes out. They got 35 seconds to work with. And they wrap him up, and they're going to take him down for a sack.
And I think they're going to let that take it to the half. But I would get up there and air at least one more. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I would too, especially with that quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
He's got the ability. But the receivers are just walking back.
That is the half. Lincoln County is up 21-0.
Field judge to signal no good, so it must have been pretty close. But at any event, they called it no good. And Washington Wilkes is set to receive this second half kick. And so 21-0. That's a little bit more of a deficit than I think Washington wants to be down. But they do have a quarterback, and that's the thing. You know, when you've got a passing game at this level, that can change how fast you can come back. I mean, they're a couple deep pass plays away from trying to get back in this thing, so Lincoln County needs to make sure they stay aggressive on defense.
And right before the half, they found a couple passes that was working for them, so they go to those real quick.
So Lincoln County kicks off. JT's going to kick it. It's going to drop short, and it gets through the hands of the Washington Wilkes player, and he has he's weaving through a few of them. It should have been down at about the 10-yard line, but he's going to get back to about the 20. That was all that Washington Wilkes player as the ball slipped through his hands and got by him, and Lincoln County had about 5 men there to make the tackle, and he just slipped through them.
And that's some more of that kicking that Bundrick's been doing, bouncing it in front of him. That one bounced over 2 Washington guys' heads.
Oh, yeah.
It could have been catastrophic if we were down there with a headhunter and could have fell on the ball.
Man, JT's doing a good job on kickoffs tonight. That's been one huge area of improvement that we've seen.
All right, Washington Wells breaking huddle coming out to run their first play from scrimmage. All right, they're bringing a guy in from the bench. Can he come in after they're broke huddle and everything?
As long as he doesn't have anybody on the field that needs to go off, he can.
We got one setback with the quarterback. And he's going to roll to his right. Look, and got one guy going deep downfield. He's throwing to that guy. He's wide open.
Oh!
Incomplete. He had his defenders beat by 5 yards.
And hit him right in the hands.
Mm-hmm. Worst place to hit a receiver.
Oh, man. You know that quarterback is sick after that play.
Because that had 6 points.
That was 6 right there. That was 6 points.
But it's just going to be a long, aired out ball. They're going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Tigers. Tell you what, trying to walk down the steps and walk around a bit, come back up and eat a piece of chicken is tough.
It's definitely a long walk to that bathroom.
Yes. Tigers got wide, 2 wides to the left side. Quarterback's going to hand to a setback, trying to go to the left, get behind those blockers. And whole lot of folks piling up there. Looks like a little extracurricular activity. I see a yellow flag going up. Who's going to be called for it?
Let's see, Lincoln County and Washington, 2 players getting down in a little scuffle down there. Looked like, was that Colton Willis for us, number 12?
It's at that corner where I can't see around the window.
I can't see it either, but let's see who it's against. I tell you what, though, Washington Wilkes got out of one right there because that should have been a false start penalty. The right guard moved early. It must be against our guy because Coach Pollock's got him on the sideline talking to him. Or maybe it's going to offset.
Maybe it'll be offsetting.
Yeah, they're not moving the ball. Nope, it was number 11, which is C.J. Zellers, who is a 10th grader. Sometimes those young guys let their emotions get the best of them. Let's see what they're doing.
What they're going to do here.
It must have been offsetting penalties because they are not moving the ball and both teams are lined up.
The head officials going over to the other sideline talking to the coach over there. So a big question is going to be ball down right there offset and then be 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. It was after the play call anyway, so even if it was offsetting, it wouldn't have changed the down. I think they're talking to the coaches because I think you only get 2 of those a game per player before they're ejected, and they have to sit out the next game.
Yep.
And so I think he's just trying to let the Washington coach know, who his guy was. And yeah, it's unsportsmanlike on both teams. He's finally making the call.
Unspots offsetting. According to unsportsmanlike offsetting on both sides. Brings up 3rd and 10 for Washington. Quarterback rolling right again. There he's going to keep it, tuck it down there, try to go around the right side. We put a wall there. If he got anything, it was no. I think he's going to lose a foot or two.
I think he's going to lose about a yard. Yeah, I didn't see who that was on the tackle. We had a guy in the backfield. I think it was number 79, Javon Wynn, who left the first half injured, but looks like he's back on the field. And then the quarterback pulled it down and tucked under him and ran right into another Red Devil defender.
So it's going to bring up 4th down for the Tigers. They'll have to go back to punt. We're going to put our deep guy back on our 48, 49-yard line. There he's creeping up to the 50. So if we can recover the kick, we ought to be in great field position. And he gets away a good kick. It's going to be fielded back at the 35. That guy turns around, goes around the left side. He's at midfield, got a lane, but it shuts down at about the 45. But we're still starting off in great field position. We're on their side of the field for our first possession of the second half.
That was a big hit that Kayvon Franklin took that time, but nice return. So Lincoln County already in Washington Wilkes territory to start this second half. Looks like Colby Ferguson is the only man in shotgun this time. He does not have Colton Willis beside him. Colton Willis down here on the sideline. Colby takes the snap. He's going to throw the ball, and it's going to fall incomplete as he overthrows his receiver. And not sure what Coach Pollock's upset about. He's upset about something. I don't know if Colby missed the call, but he ran immediately. And it's a flag on, I'm going to say it's going to be on Coach Pollock. Coach Pollock must have said something to the referee.
Did the defender hit our receiver before the ball got there?
Did they call that against number 24? They did. Number 24 must have said something for Washington. Coach Pollock was standing right next to the referee, so I assumed it came from him. But there was a defender that was walking upfield a little bit, and it must have come from him, and they just took him off the field.
Oh, okay. And they're containing him on the far sideline over there. So that penalty really puts us deep down into their territory now. That puts it down, just inside the 30.
Yeah, and it would have been 2nd and long after an incomplete pass. So Washington Wilkes just continues to shoot themselves in the foot today. It is kind of all been themselves, killing themselves tonight. Think about the turnovers, the drop pass play to start this half, and now a really costly unsportsmanlike penalty after you just had one called against you 5 minutes ago. So Lincoln County takes the snap. He runs up the middle. Again, we're putting so many guys back at quarterback. Was that number? Yeah, that was Colby. That was number
Colby.
1. Okay. Thought it was number 11 for a moment. He runs right up the middle, and he's going to get a first down. Ball's going to be all the way down inside the 20, and Washington Wilkes has an injured player on the field.
Looks a little bit to me like we made wider gaps, and that's going to allow that to happen.
So Lincoln County looking over to the sideline.
Now we've closed those gaps back in.
Colton Willis and Colby in the backfield. Snaps to Colby. He runs to the right side, and he's trying to break it outside, and there's not much room happening. And he was trying to go east-west, which isn't Colby's strength. He is fast, but he's not an east-west runner. He's a north-south runner. And I'm going to say he lost, and he does. They moved the stick back. He's going to lose about 3 yards on the play as they stretch him out to the right and run him out of bounds at about the 21-yard line, 22-yard line maybe. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 13. So 3rd and long here. Keenan Lampkin back in at quarterback.
Clock 9 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Lincoln still up 21-0.
And it's going to snap to Colton Willis, and Colton Willis is going to not go where he was supposed to go and try to go to the left where there were no blockers, and Washington Wilkes is going to take him down for another loss of about 2 more yards. It's going to make it 4th down and almost 15 to go.
And if he hadn't paused when he started to the left and just turned it on and went to the side and cut it up, I think he could have picked up 15, 20 yards. he let the pursuit guy, he paused just a half a second. The pursuit guy closed in on him.
So they're going to put the ball on the left hash mark for this kick. I don't know on the first kick. I never did hear if it was wide left or wide right, so maybe this angle will be a better angle. He is a lefty. He's going to snap it. He's going to kick it. It is up. And it's good.
40-yarder.
Good kick by John Thomas Bundrick.
By millimeters of
Yeah, he didn't get as much leg on that one for sure. Did not get as much leg on that one.
Let's just say it wasn't real pretty, but it still shows
his
up
last
3
kick
points.
looked much better. Yeah. If he was going to get 3, they should have gave it to him on that last kick because it was a good kick.
But it shows up as a 3 in the scoring column.
Yeah, that was a 40-yarder.
So that puts Lincoln County up 24-0, 8:04 to go in the 3rd quarter. He had it lined up. Just, it was a line drive. All right, we got the TV time for the score here. 4 to go in the 3rd. Lincoln County just scored a 40-yard field goal by Bundrick. A line drive shot down the middle. And now he's getting set to kick off. Last time he kicked, he bounced one in front of their receiving guys that had bounced over their heads. What is this one going to do? Another bouncer. It's fielded clean by Washington. Guy's going to bring it up, try to come up middle. Breaks the tackle, gets to the outside. He's at the 40. Looks like out of bounds.
There's a flag on the play.
A flag back here on the 38. Don't know what that would be. It almost had to be a hold or something because it was all.
Well, there was one block that was questionable but looked pretty good to me, but it was on the opposite side of the field, so I wouldn't think that it was. It looks like both sidelines is getting a little chippy too, and they're kind of telling the sideline, giving a little bit of a sideline warning here. And it's a hold. They call a hold.
I would
against
move it
Washington.
back from there, so instead of them having the ball up on about the 44, it's going to be 10 yards back from the 38, is my guess. Washington coming out. They got 3 receivers on the left side. Man in motion from right to left. Fakes to the motion man. Quarterback keeps it, tries to go right, and just meets about 4 or 5 Lincoln County players. Does he pick up any positive yards?
Looks like he's right at the line of scrimmage still. So very disciplined play by the Lincoln County defensive line that time to stay home as he faked that handoff. So a couple of those guys getting back in again. Javon Wynn. Tevin Gartrell's back up on the sidelines. He's not in the game, but he is walking around with his helmet on, so that's a good sign. Quarterback goes back to pass. He's got a man wide open, and he hits him in stride. I mean, this quarterback is good, Doug.
And he
this
gets
quarterback
a reception
is good.
on our side of the field.
Yeah, that was a nice, that throw, I mean, you can't place it in there any better than that. That's as good as you can throw it. So 1st down, Washington Wilkes in Lincoln County territory, ball all the way across midfield to the 47-yard line. So that's going to be about a 24-yard pass play for Washington Wilkes. Again, they opened the second half with what should have been a touchdown catch, and the guy dropped it right out of his hands.
Quarterback waiting on the snap, dropping straight back, looking to pass, pumps left, throws downfield, incomplete, overthrew his man by about 10 yards.
Yeah, he tried to pump fake that time, and defensive back didn't jump on it at all. Anytime you see a quarterback in high school that puts that much thought into his pump fake and then makes the right throw, I mean,
Yes. Yep.
not only does he have the arm, he's got the head to play quarterback. I mean, I know we're the Lincoln County Broadcast Network, but when you see a young man, in high school, you gotta celebrate. And they have a talented player over there. I gotta give it to him.
And he's got an arm.
He does.
Second down for the Tigers. Put a man in motion to right to left. Quarterback does a little stutter step and tries to go up the middle, and he's going to get about 2, maybe 3 yards. It's going to bring up third. I'm going to call it 3rd and 7 from where I'm looking at the spot. For Washington, 6:45 to go in the third quarter. Lincoln County up 24-0.
Big third down play here for Washington. They need to at least pick up 3 or 4 yards here so they can have a legitimate shot at feeling comfortable to go for it. This is a big play.
Huge play. Fakes to a setback, dancing around, rolls out, throws downfield.
Oh, and they're going to throw a flag. Yeah, he hit him early. Darren Elder on the coverage and hits him in the back about a half a second before the ball got to him. Definitely the right call on the play, but Darren Elder being aggressive back there, that's what I like, because it was a sure first down if he doesn't make that play. So we really pick up some yardage there.
Right.
Because he would have been down at the 26. Now they're going to give it to him back on the, 34? So you save a little yardage there.
In high school, that's not a bad thing to do.
No, because it's not a spot foul they said it's a 10-yard penalty.
It's like I said, they're going to pick up the 10 yards. Otherwise, he would have had first down right there where he caught it. So it's going to bring up 1st and 10 for Tigers. I think this is about the furthest they've been in our territory tonight, I believe. Quarterback dropping back to pass. He's finally got some pressure on him. Yeah. Got a flag. He's scrambling around. 2 flags on the field. Gets upended at about the 25, but it's probably going to be a hole and bring it over.
And they did it from the spot of the foul, which was actually about 4 yards deep into the backfield. So it's actually going to be a more costly penalty because it's going to be a 14-yard penalty rather than just a 10-yard penalty. It's going to make it first down and 24 instead of 1st and 20.
From the 44, quarterback in the shotgun for the Tigers. He's got 2 wides to the right side. Slide back and a back. Long snap count, rolling right, rolling, throwing deep. Incomplete. We had one guy look like he was going to try to put a bead on it, but all I could do was throw his hands up. Maybe it was enough to distract the receiver.
Yeah, I think he batted the ball a little bit. It was a little underthrown. The receiver actually broke ahead of the defensive back, but he underthrew it just enough for our defensive back to get his hand up and knock the ball down. So 2nd down and 20. They got 25 on the scoreboard. I was thinking it was 24, but maybe it's 25.
Put a man in motion to the right side. It's going to flare it out, pass it to him out there. He's got the reception, cuts it up. He's going to pick up a few yards. Going to
fumble.
He got it to the 40 and fumbled. Who's going to recover this fumble?
Lincoln County gets the ball back.
We get the ball. He picked up about 4 yards out of it. Lincoln County recovers the pass reception fumble. It goes Lincoln County's way. 5:41 to go in the third quarter. Lincoln County up 24-0. A drive here could kind of go on and seal this game off.
And again, Lincoln County just making a form tackle, and Washington just can't hold on to the ball. it was just poor ball handling for Washington Wilkes. So Lincoln County now back out on offense again. Ball on the 41-yard line. Washington was trying to put a drive together, and they just can't hold on to the ball tonight. They are fumbling like crazy.
Yep.
Quarterback takes the snap and trying to get a number on who that is. He's met behind the line of scrimmage. He's going to be brought down for a loss of 1.
I couldn't get who it was.
Maybe number 13, C.J. Zeller. No, I mean, that ain't C.J. C.J. is number 11. Number 13, Reggie Reed, I think is who it was on the carry that time. So Keenan
Number 12.
Lampkin at quarterback. Oh, that was Colton Willis. Okay. So Colton's lined up to his left. Colton has been the workhorse tonight. They have done the best job this season of keeping Colby in check. So they snap it directly to Colton again. He runs right up the middle, and he's pushing and fighting. He's going to pick up about 6 yards.
First contact was right about the 40, and he pushed it forward all the way down to the 46.
So that's going to make it 3rd and manageable now. 3rd down, 5 to go. Ball on the 41-yard line. It's a long 5. Maybe they're going to say 6. Keenan Lampkin in the shotgun. Colby to his left.
We've got everything tight in there right now. Nobody's out wide. It's as tight as you can get.
Takes the snap, and it's going to go to Colby, and he's going to go the opposite way. And he's got a hole over there. He's fighting and pushing, and that's one of his best runs today. It's going to be almost a 10-yarder. It's going to take the ball down to the 44-yard line of Washington Wilkes. And again, Colby that time making his own way. Didn't follow his blockers, saw something open up on the left side. He was, I think, supposed to run to the right. And Colby has, again, probably his best run of the day, about a 10-yard gain. Colby comes over to the sideline. Colby's spending a lot of time on the sideline today. I don't know if he's gassed or hurt. So Colton Willis takes the snap, and they're going to wrap him up in the backfield and drive him backwards. And it's going to be a loss of 1 again.
Yep. Loses yards. Down to under 4 minutes to go into 3rd quarter.
So Washington not giving up for sure. They are still fighting. 3 minutes and 43 seconds. Clock is moving. Lincoln County up 24-0 here in the 3rd quarter. This quarter going by a little faster than they have been.
Quarter.
The first quarter took forever. So Keenan Lampkin and Colby Ferguson in the backfield this time. Looks like Tyrese Colors is an up back. Again, tight formation. Again, one wide out, but he's only about 2 yards out. And Colby takes his time looking for a hole, and he pushes forward for about a yard, but that's it. It's going to bring up 3rd and long, 3rd and about 10 and a half. That Washington, I tell you, Lincoln County's runs, for the most part, apart from Keenan's runs, Keenan's have been a little bit more to the outside, but I mean to the inside. Everything that we're getting today is coming from the outside. We're not getting a lot up the middle. No. Washington's doing a good job up the middle tonight.
They're stacking it up on the
They
inside.
are. We're getting Colton's. He's taking handoffs that are supposed to go up the middle, and he's kicking them outside, and that's where we're getting a lot of our yards. So here we go. Colby goes, breaks out, and they're going to keep it with Keenan. This time Washington is finally ready for it. For the first time tonight, Keenan's had a couple of really big runs, but that time they wrap him up at the line of scrimmage for no gain, maybe even a half a yard back.
Yep.
And so it's going to be 4th and long, Lincoln County. So Lincoln County going to punt the ball. I think, is this the first punt tonight or the second? It's either the first or the second. So we got second punt of the night for J.T. Bundrick.
Clock's running, under 2 minutes to go in 3rd quarter. Bundrick back on the 41. Their receivers back on about
Snap
25.
a little high, but he catches it good. Gets a good punt away. Return man's going to let it bounce, and he's going to field it on the roll. And he's trying to get away, and he runs the wrong way.
He's going backwards.
And we tackle him 5-10 yards behind where he took the ball. So good job defense on pursuit.
Looked like somebody had his jersey, and it kind of looked to me like a car sliding down a road. He grabbed his jersey, and he just was sliding backwards. But that's not Washington wanted. They need to get upfield to get something happening for them.
Looks like they're going to give Washington the ball on about the 12-yard line.
Minute 39 to go in the third. Lincoln County still up 24-0. Washington's trying to, I think, avoid us going up by 30 points.
Yeah.
And the mercy clock start running on them. Then they're running out of time. Washington man in motion, right to left. They're going to hand off to the setback. Goes up the middle. He's dragging folks, picking up some positive yards. It looks like he's going to get it out to about the 20. And I'm thinking he had to get to about the 21 for the first, it looks like.
Yeah, he's going to be about 2 yards short. And I think that kind of caught Lincoln County off guard. I think Lincoln County's thinking they're going to kind of go in an all-pass formation. And that time, running the ball up the middle, get some positive yards.
Washington player back to pass, throws out in the right flat, left flat, his right, our right, his left. The man catches it on his knees.
And if they do that over and over and over again and pull our defensive backs up off the soft coverage and then try to beat us long, that's about the only thing I can see they could even try right now is trying those quick passes over and over, trying to draw us up because we give them a little bit of a cushion right now. We don't want them to beat us deep. So there's about a 7 or 8 yard cushion for both receivers.
Because that one was a little underthrown. If it had been on the money, the man would have been one-on-one against the defender. Washington quarterback's going to take it, try to go up the middle, and is going to get met by 3 or 4 Red Devils.
Yeah, led by Miles Parks that time, who has been on the sideline a lot tonight, stretching his leg. Again, we don't know if it's a quad or a hamstring, or we don't know if it's a.
And that's probably going to take us to the end of the quarter. They're not in no rush to break huddle. It's 13 seconds to the quarter.
They got 7 seconds, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and they're not going to get it.
That's the quarter. Yep. In the 3 quarters of play, Lincoln County.
Yeah.
This is one of those long TV pauses in between quarters so they can get their bills paid. Their bills cost more than ours.
And there's one mismatch on the field that I see that Washington could possibly take advantage from, and that is Keenan Lampkin, our quarterback, who's a tall, more of a free safety style body playing that slot man. I would think he would have a difficult time being fast enough in the hips to cover. So let's see. And he's got a man open in the middle of the field, but he's scrambling.
Gets up in, they do come in and put that hit on him. He just submarined that quarterback coming around. Couldn't tell who it was on the far side of the field.
And again, he had a wide open man in the middle of the field that he missed when he broke. If he would have stopped and just made an easy throw up the middle of the field, there was nobody around him, and probably would have scored a touchdown.
It was number 11 that did that hit. That was
C.J. Zellers
on that hit.
Quarterback goes back, he rolls to his right, and there it is, that easy play where he's got that soft coverage, and he's going to run upfield, and he's going to get all the way to the 49-yard line. So pickup of about 15 yards on the play.
And the first down. Clock's running down, 11 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. The Tigers with a first down right in front of us on their own 48. First and 10, got 2 wides to the left, 1 setback with the quarterback. Snaps there, quarterback rolling left, looking, throws down onto the outside. He's got a receiver, he's got the ball, catches it, and immediately steps out of bounds on about the 40, on our 45. Is going to bring up second. I'm going to call it 2nd and 3.
Washington just kind of taking what the defense is giving them right now. They're giving them those 10 yards. 5-10 yards every time. They just don't want to get beat deep right now.
And what we got to do is make sure they don't break loose with a big one. A little short. If they want to use up time going downfield, it's a 4-score game. Tigers waiting on the snap. Got where receivers to the left. He's going to throw back to his right. Got the man up there wide open, but their defender came up and nailed him just as soon as he caught the ball. But he had positioned himself about a yard to the positive side of the first down marker. Is going to pick up a Washington first down right at the 40.
And that's been one of their best receivers tonight, for Washington, number 9. And he's starting to really walk gingerly there. I watched him the last 3 plays, and he's definitely losing. I don't know if he's just feeling beat up or if he's gassed, but he doesn't have the speed he had earlier.
Quarterback for the Tigers dropping straight back, looking, throws to the far left side. A man's got his beat. He's got the ball.
Touchdown.
Touchdown, Washington Wilkes.
Perfect throw.
40-yard touchdown pass.
Perfect throw. What a throw by that Washington Wilkes quarterback.
They kind of lulled us into that. They kept throwing those. We kept giving them soft underneath stuff, and they just burned us on the long one down the field. The receiver had us beat by about 2.5 yards.
Here's what I'll tell you. This quarterback we're playing tonight is probably going to be the best player we'll play all season.
He's definitely good as a passing quarterback.
Yeah, he is very, very skilled, very accurate, very decisive on where he needs to go with the ball.
All right, so they're going to go. They're going to go for 2. They're going for 2. Throwing across the middle, incomplete. Extra point attempt fails. They went for 2, and it failed. 10-17 to go in the ball game. They've got, like I said, it's a 3-score. They've got to get.
And Lincoln County's not set up for it. They're trying to. Lincoln County may need to call a timeout because we're not lined up for our onside. Yeah, I don't know what took Coach Pollock so long.
I don't have a clue.
I mean, the coaches up here in the press box with us are yelling onside,
Screaming.
onside, onside. Nobody's changing nothing, and Coach Pollock just does get the timeout in time to.
You got to know they're going for onside. They got no other choice. 10 minutes to go, and they've got to get three touchdowns. And it looked like we may have had hands people up on the front line, but the next tier, the next line of folks were too far back. They got to come up.
Way too far back.
You almost got to have 8 people up there on the front. You got to have your 5 on the front, but right behind them, you can have 3 or 4 more. Because too many times on the onside kick, it will squib past that first guy, and you got to have somebody up there ready to pounce on it. So we burn a timeout to get ready to receive this kick. But one of the good things, if they don't, if we recover it, we're going to.
I still don't understand this setup.
No.
Tell the front line to scoot up.
Yeah, you
You can hear the coaches next to us in the booth up here screaming down there, telling them what to do.
And Colton's still far back, and then now they're going to kick deep.
Kick it deep, and we're going to field it clean. And he's going to come, cut it upfield. He's got a lane, and he's going to get caught from back. No, he breaks loose. He can break loose about. No, he doesn't. He gets all the way back out to the 40. He had 2 or 3 chances. If half a step, he would have been off to the races.
Yeah, now Washington Wilkes definitely wishing they would have kicked it onside.
Yep. Because at least at onside, they would have had a 50-50 chance of recovery.
I thought I saw a flag go in the air, though, but I can't see it on the field. But the refs are meeting on the field.
Is that one way over there with the guy?
It looks like a towel to me.
Right there with the camera guy standing there.
I could have swore I saw one go in the air, but I can't find it on the field. But the refs are meeting. It makes me think that there was a penalty on the kick.
He's headed over that toward it.
It is. It is. It was a holding call. And that ball's going way back. And you're right, Doug. That was the flag over there.
That was.
It was literally near where the cheerleaders was staying off the field.
How I saw that, I don't have a clue.
I just saw something go in the air, and I never saw it on the field.
It was over there by the Golden Arches sign. That's what drew my attention in.
I got you. So, man, that takes the ball back 45 yards from where we had it.
That just means we need to put together a good long drive and chew time off the clock.
10 minutes and 5 seconds left to go in the ball game. Lincoln County up 24-6. Lincoln County in the shotgun. See, they're looking over at the sideline. And quarterback looks over, takes the snap. Who's it going to be? Colby Ferguson, I do believe. He tries to go up the middle, nowhere to go. He's going to pick up a yard on the play. But it was all up. Maybe that was Colton Willis. That was Colton Willis. I apologize. Colton Willis on the carry, and he's going to pick up a yard on the play. 2nd down, 9 to go. Clock moving under 10 minutes now. I think Washington Wilkes has all 3 timeouts. They do. So here we go, 2nd and 9. Again in the shotgun, tight formation. Got one up back, running back to the right of the quarterback. Takes the snap, and this time it is going to be Colby. And he's fighting and pushing, trying to get something going, and still very little room for him to run. He is going to get 2 on the play, 3 maybe. It's just going to make it 3rd down and about 6 to go. So big 3rd down here.
Big. We need to pick up this 3rd down and just keep eating time off the clock.
So here we go, 3rd and 6. This time we got Darian Elder in that wideout position that he's almost lined up where a slot back would normally be, but he is the wideout. So tight formation, quarterback in the shotgun, takes the snap, but it's going to be Colton Willis, and he's got a hole, and he's going to get a 1st down all the way up to the 31-yard line. Just enough. He just does.
That's exactly what we needed.
That's exactly what you needed.
Conceptually, if we can keep picking up 1st downs, we can eat the clock up and not even score. But you got to pick up those 1st downs.
So 1st and 10, ball on the 31-yard line. 8 minutes to go in the ball game. 24-6, Lincoln County. Quarterback takes the snap. This time it's going to be Colby Ferguson again. He's trying to be patient, running, and he's got 3 Tigers, and he's dragging them forward, and he's got about a 3-yard gain. They're going to give him 4 on the carry. Good start. That's where you want to be on 1st down, on 2nd down.
3 or 4 yards each run.
So 2nd down, 6 to go now. Same tight formation. Gonna look over at the sideline. Taking their time, play clock down to 10 seconds. He's gonna take the snap. This time it's gonna be Colton Willis. He's gonna stay running up the middle. He's gonna pick up 1.5 yards or 2 yards. It's gonna bring up 3rd down and about 5.
Clock's going to be down to right at 7 minutes to go in the ball game. Lincoln County still up 24-6. And we're driving the ball, just trying to do ball control, clock control. $12 seconds to go on the play clock. Just let it run down, snap it in with about 2-3 seconds.
So the snap. You'll run it right in the middle, and Keenan's got a lane. He gets around the outside. He's running down the sideline now, and he's going to be out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. So that's going to be a run of about almost 30 yards.
Goes out of bounds, stopping the clock at 6:28.
Keenan having a big, well, they're going to say he stepped out of bounds back at the 40. I thought he got down to about I thought he was closer to the 30.
I was kind of hoping he'd stay inbounds so they could reset the chains and start the clock and burn off another 35 seconds.
So Keenan having a big night. Keenan Lampkin, Lincoln County quarterback, running the ball really, really well today. He's going to snap it to Colby Ferguson. Colby Ferguson's going to try to push up the middle. He's going to get about 2 yards on the carry. 2nd down, 8 to go. They're going to give him 3 yards on the carry. It's going to be 2nd and 7. Clock getting close to 6 minutes now. It'll be under 6 minutes by the time we snap. 25 seconds still on the clock, on the play clock. This time they're going to snap to Colby, and they're going to just let Colby do what Colby does. And Colby breaks through up the middle, and it's going to be a touchdown, Lincoln County. He just slipped up through there.
Straight up the middle.
First big run by Colby tonight.
What's that down? 5:49 to go in the ball game. Lincoln County scores a touchdown, makes it 30-6, waiting on the extra point.
36-yard touchdown by Colby Ferguson that time. They've been trying to keep Colby contained and done a pretty good job tonight, but that time Colby slips up through the middle. So JT Bundrick lined up for the extra point. Snap is there, hold is there, kick is up, and the kick is good. Ball game with that one play.
So Bundrick getting set to kick off again. He's been bouncing everything in front of him all night, which has been a successful thing. They've been bobbling the catches. One of them bounced over the receivers' heads. And let's see what he does on this one. Coming up with the blue shoes and left-footed kick. Dropping it low. The guy's picking it up on the bounce at about the 10-yard line. Coming up the side and slide. No, I thought he slid down.
I thought he slid too.
But they saying he didn't, but he kept going. It looked like he did a hook slide over there on about the 23. But he stayed on his feet and finally gets brought down at about the, the 30-yard line looks like, 32.
I've never seen anybody do that.
I'd like to see that one back on the replay. Of course, it was on the far side of the field. It was hard to tell, but puts us at 5:41 to go in the ball game. Tigers with the ball, putting 3 wide to the right side. You know they got the air out long. They don't have time to be patient now. They've got to go for the big plays. But they're going to probably try to slide a safe thing in there, catching us off guard. But the quarterback dropping back, looking to pass, throws out in the right flats, got a receiver. And we're going to put the helmet in the gut and pushes him back. Maybe not even a gain on the play.
Keenan Lampkin on the tackle. Good job on our quarterback putting his head down and driving the man back. Again, Keenan's built like a free safety. He's a big, fast up the field. I mean, I could easily see him as a real free safety like at a college or something.
So it's going to bring up second. They're going to call it second and 11 for the Tigers. Got 3 wide, receivers to the left side, 1 to the right, quarterback rolling left, pitch man trying to turn the corner, breaks 1 tackle, loses another one, almost breaking it loose, and we finally bring him down and around about the 40-41 yard line. We had 3 people had a shot for him from the line of scrimmage to the 41, 10-yard territory, and finally the last man that had a shot at him brought him down.
So first down, Washington Wilkes.
But like I said, they don't have time to run those kind of plays. Well, give them 10 yards every play. That's 6 plays, and that's going to just about run the game out. Official timeout. Washington stacking up 3 wide to the right side. Watch for somebody coming underneath. They're going to throw the lateral pass
back.
Going
to be a double pass.
He drops it, picks it up, and we bring him down. He gets back to about the line of scrimmage for a no gainer. This lateral pass back, he dropped it.
Which I think our defensive back had him covered anyway. We rushed him on the throw, but good job by the defensive back not falling asleep, letting him get behind him.
Under 4 minutes to go in the game. Washington stacking 3 wide to the right side again. 1 to the left. 1 set back with the quarterback in the gun. Quarterback going to run a little option. He's going to toss to the swing man from the right side going left. He's got a lane around there. And we're going to bring him down at the 50.
Hit.
Somebody hit him big, hard, and heavy at the 50. He doesn't pick up the first down. Made it look like it's kind of one of them things where the 2 running backs were passing each other in opposite directions. Potentially he could have tossed or handed off to either one of them.
Big hit again by that Lincoln County defense. They've been on the big hits tonight. Both teams. There's been a lot of hitting out there tonight. I would like to see this game on TV, to be honest with you.
Might have to tape it.
See some of those close-up shots.
Washington quarterback rolling right, throwing out in the right flat. It's just right, about a foot too high for his receiver. Clock stops at 3:02. And it brings up 4th and 2 for the Tigers. The ball on the 50. You know they're going for it.
Dad said that was number 4, Antavius Brown, again on the big hit. So that's the second big hit he's had tonight. And I was telling Timmy, he's not the biggest guy either. I mean, he's making some really big hits. And good job, Antavius, tonight.
Tigers put 3 wide to the right side. You got to figure they're going to run it up to try to pick up this first down. A bobble snap. Quarterback pitches. He's got the first.
So C.J. Zellers with a big hit right there. Big hit by C.J. Zellers. They both kind of went down. Yeah, I would say C.J. was the one that had the hit, but neither one of them liked the way that felt, I can promise you. They're going to have a holding on the play.
I thought I saw a flag fly out.
Yeah, it's going to be a hold on the outside. And it probably wouldn't have mattered, to be honest with you. Again, Washington just kind of shooting themselves in the foot because it wouldn't have made a difference on the play. He was going to have the first down.
So it's going to make it 4th
and 10.
4th and 10 with the ball back on their 41. And you know they're still going to go for it now, but being that far, it makes sense for them to air it out and try to pick up big yards. This time they got the 3 receivers to the left, 1 on the right. We got a 4-man front putting the rush on. Throws it out to the left flat. He's got a receiver there. We got a defender there, but he breaks away from him. The guy that had him broke away, got up and came back in and was in on the stop.
I mean, when you got that quarterback, that's just a bad play call to me.
Yeah.
I mean,
thrown downfield.
You got to throw it downfield at least 6 or 7 yards to give them a chance to fight for the first down. There was no way we were going to pick up 10. I put that on the offensive coordinator for Washington Wilkes. So that's probably going to do it here tonight, folks, with 2 minutes and 32 seconds left. Lincoln County up 31-6.
They can stop the clock 3 times, but really, I know you do it, but it doesn't make sense to.
So here comes Lincoln County trying to run this clock out now. All we need is 1 first down, really. And it'll be victory formation night from there on out. So it's going to be snap to Colby. And Colby's going to push up the middle. He's going to get a yard on the play. Clock running. No timeout yet by Washington. Yeah, they're not going to call a timeout here. So it's going to make it 2nd down and 9 to go.
If it was a 2-score game, you have a 3-score game, it don't make sense to stop it.
So Lincoln County under 2 minutes now before we call this game. It's going to be number 11, C.J. Zellers, and he's fighting his way forward for about a 3-yard gain. It's going to make it 3rd down and 6. Tough run by C.J. Colby Ferguson wanting to stay on the field on that last play, and they made him come off, which I think take him off the field. He's had a pretty physical, the most physical night Colby's had this year, and you can see on the sideline he's feeling it. So he needs a break tonight. This game is in hand.
First down here in the game, it's over. And we can run it down to about 105, 106 before we have to snap.
I'm surprised Washington hasn't at least called timeout to try to get the ball back, try to score another touchdown. So there you go. C.J. Zeller's running up the middle. He's going to have a first down all the way down to the 25-yard line, and that's probably going to do it.
Yep. Because all we got to do now is take knees.
That says 21 rush, 111 yards for Volvo.
Who's Volvo? Colby.
Colby. So he did break the century mark just barely, but he, again, that happened on a 36-yard touchdown run a few minutes ago. So under a minute to go now. Lincoln County really, all they need to do is a victory formation. Here, Washington can stop it if they want to, but there's going to be no need at this point. This ball game is over. So quarterback takes the snap. It's Colby. He's back in there. He's fighting forward. He's trying to get another first down, and he's going to be right at the marker as he runs right up the middle. And they're going to say first down maybe. Yep, looks like they're going to give him a first down there. 22 seconds left to go, so that was probably the last snap of the ball game. At least we hope it is.
It's 25 seconds on the play clock. 16 seconds on the game clock. That's ball game. Down to 10 seconds. I'd say our coach is a little excited up here. And that is it. It's in the record books. Lincoln County wins over Washington Wilkes 31-6. Tell you what, let's go right quick and have a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with the stats and the Big Hit Award and a wrap up of tonight's game on the Lincoln County Broadcast Network.